You're checking out Pyro Radio this Monday night. Jay Fresh and Friends is the show. Now, we represent artists doing the full spectrum of hip hop and grime. And we're not talking about just London artists. We're talking about artists from all over this country and all over the globe. We support great music. It's as simple as that. Right now, I've got Wolverhampton on the phone line. That's right. AKES is with me on the phone. What's happening, brother?
Well, go on, my brother. You done now. What's popping?
I'm in a good place, man. I always say I have to represent the Midlands, and not just Midlands, but the West Midlands. Let's get it correct, yeah?
Yeah, come on.
Do you know,
man, you done now. I appreciate it still. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome, man. Now, I've made the mistake enough times as someone who lives in London. I've made the mistake of classing Midlands as one place, and I've had friends of mine from all over the Midlands get angry with me when I group them together. So I know it's important it's important to outline correctly where we're at. Do you know what I mean? But thank you, man. It's great to actually connect with you the first time here on the radio. You have a new track out that's a banger.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the comments still. Not gonna lie.
It's a banger. IParWithDaBest is the latest one. We're back to grime. There's a bit of old school sprinkled in there for good measure. I feel there's that old school energy. Talk to me about the track, please, bro.
Yeah, boom. Basically, you know what it is, yeah? You see IParWithDaBest, yeah? Like, that's been my slogan for a minute, you know what I'm trying to say, from a minute. And obviously the whole idea behind the tune is what it says on the tin, IParWithDaBest, you know what I'm trying to say. So coming out of Wolverhampton, you know, the West Midlands, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to just do like the 0121 Wolverhampton, Birmingham, 01902, 0121 collaboration, always pops off, you know what I'm trying to say. We've seen that with the likes of like Stay Fresh and whatnot, you know what I'm trying to say. So when I'm saying IParWithDaBest, I had to just draw for the secret card. You know what I'm saying? One of Birmingham's best grime veterans, you know, like that. And just create a piece that's Midland, that showcases Midland's grime at its full potential. You know what I'm saying? So the tune is just basically, yeah, IParWithDaBest. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just a bold statement making, you know, that anything I work with is the best of the best. You know what I'm trying to say? Or anything I do is the best of the best. So, you know what I'm trying to say? That's the whole idea behind the tune. And obviously, you know, with that grime energy, just trying to bring it back to the culture and where it all started, and you know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I've always found, as someone who I was around when garage kind of turned into grime back then, yeah. And I've seen the whole journey, like as someone who's been buying records and been doing radio and going to raves and just a fan. And there was that period that I still feel doesn't get enough love, really. There was that period where it was the likes of Stay Fresh and it was the likes of Midlands artists, producers, people really going ham and pushing the music and just really getting it out there, man. And I feel like whenever artists drop tunes from those regions, from those areas, there's always the energy, and it sounds mad because grime's 140, yeah, but the energy is always there. It's like the rough element of what made us love the music in the first place is always there, man, and I just love it. So when this track appeared in my inbox, I was like, I'm gonna have to press play straight away. I'm not even ramping. Let me stop what I'm doing and press play. And I'm like, well, yeah, this is what I want to hear, man.
IParWithDaBest. Yeah, man, come on, you don't know. I appreciate it, and that's the response. Like that's the response that I wanted to get when I put the tune together. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what people don't know is I've been sitting on that tune for a minute now.
Oh, really?
Like, I've been working. Like, I've got bare tunes. You know what I'm trying to say? I've just been working, and obviously, you know, I'm a firm believer in nothing happens before its time and all of that. And I just thought, you know what? I'm ready to do music again now. Like, obviously, I've always been ready, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way, and you have to just put it on pause, sort out life, and get straight back to it. You know what I'm trying to say? But you know, this time we ain't stopping for nothing or nobody. You know what I'm trying to say? So, thank you for your compliments, man. I appreciate it again.
No, I mean, I think looking at what you've done musically and how you've approached that, especially recently, you've hit the nail on the head right there with that momentum and energy coming back, because, you know, with tracks like you've been diverse, you know, you've been flinging out like Spending on You roadside tracks that show like a different flex. But then if we look at this year, like the momentum or the output has naturally increased. Do you know what I mean? You sent me No Wagwan recently, and that was that Bashment-y kind of energetic angle, and this as well. So this is what people outside of music don't get. Sometimes everything has to be in place for you to be the creative person that you are. So do you feel like you're now in a good space to really get back in the game fully and really kind of kick on with everything you've got lined up?
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know what it is, yeah? Remember, before this year, yeah, I was predominantly known for grime. Obviously, when I used to go by the name of AKES, man, you know what I'm trying to say? Now, obviously, like, where I changed my name to AKES, shortened it, and that was when at the time I was starting to, like, do tunes like Roadside and all these things and start working on my rapping rather than grime, you know what I'm trying to say? So, obviously, boom, bang, yeah, obviously, now, man, I've had that time to perfect certain things and, you know, just work on my craft, basically, you know what I'm trying to say? And all that. Now, I'm in a good place musically, spiritually, emotionally, and ready to just kick down these doors, you know what I'm trying to say? And obviously, what people don't know about me, yeah, is obviously there's no disabled artist in the UK like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I suffer with cerebral palsy, done so since birth, you know what I'm trying to say? And, like, I'm just doing my journey for the people that, you know, have conditions and feel like, you know, they can't achieve certain things and they can't achieve certain dreams and that. And I'm trying to be an example so that I'm living proof of that you can do that, you know what I'm trying to say? So don't let nothing hold you back. Just kick down them doors and just shine bright. You get me?
100%. 100%. And that energy and that inspirational figure that you are, like, it works. Do you know what I mean? Like, people forget sometimes outside of music, if someone hasn't released a track, people get angry. Fans get angry. They want tracks every day. Do you know what I mean? And, like, there is a life and a world outside of that. And now that, like, if we look at this year, 2020, so much mad stuff has happened, like, everywhere. Like, the world's been crazy, so crazy. But perhaps what it has done is it's given people a chance to reset and go, do you know what? We need to be a bit more human. We need to be a bit more, like, caring and respectful of each other. We need to understand the challenges that maybe some people face, that if some people haven't got something or got a challenge themselves, they think, oh, it's not that big. It doesn't really exist. Do you know what I mean? Because they haven't experienced it. So I feel like, especially with what you're doing, and you said there, hearing that you're in a good place, kind of physically, mentally, spiritually, that's just such positive news to hear, man. It's great for people listening to radio to hear that come from someone like yourself as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know what it is? It's just real recognize real, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? And obviously, I'll come from a real place. So obviously, all I can do is keep it 1,000 at all times in anything that I'm doing. You know what I'm trying to say? And like you said, we've all got lives to live. We've all got lives outside of work. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, as an independent artist, you know, fun, you know, doing my career myself from start to bottom. You know, sometimes, you know, it can be a bit, you know, when you're working and it just gets a bit on top. But, you know, sometimes you got to just push through the barriers. And like I said, just, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it going, and positive minds and positive thought attract positive actions and all those type of things. You know what I'm trying to say? And, like, I ain't got time for negativity or nothing to, like, keep man down. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, my heart's in it, so I'm in it, you know, like that.
Yeah, 100%, man. Now, I want to go back to something you said just there, which was interesting. When you spoke about, just giving a little tweak to the name and where you're at, and you were spending that time looking into rapping and how, like, you were then attacking that as an artist, song composition, all this stuff. How did you find that process when you first started to really kind of go, do you know what, let me experiment? Was it really challenging, or was it something you just kind of felt like it just came into quite smoothly?
All right, you know what it is? I'll give you the real honest answer. Obviously, before I was 25, yeah, I thought to myself, you got kids. I had a conversation with myself. I was driving one day down the road and I said, you know what, Aches? Listen, you've got a son, you've got a daughter now. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, grime's all well and good, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with grime and certain things and rare, but you're a man now. You've got children. You know what I'm saying? There's more to you than what people know. People think of you as the grime MC. There's more to you than that. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is where I thought, AKES, man, that's grime. That's grime. That's the grime side. So with AKES, I'm just going to rebrand it, redevelop it, and add more elements to AKES, man, then. You know what I'm trying to say? Which obviously can touch on deeper subjects like, again, my cerebral palsy, you know, my kids' life, certain things, you know, that you can't really express through grime like that, as we already know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that. So for me, that process was an interesting one because I started to learn more about myself and more about my capabilities and that as an artist, you know, like there's tunes that I've got, yeah, that if you would have asked me 2 years ago, would you think you can make a tune like this? I would have told you no. You know what I'm trying to say? So all it's done is just make me work harder at my craft and, you know, just like be more versatile with things and open my mind for, you know, certain subjects, certain, you know, the content, certain things, just to, you know, hopefully reach a wider audience and connect with people. And I feel like since doing that, there's a lot of people that connect with me more with certain things, you know. There's certain people that prefer me on grime, certain people prefer me on rap, certain people say, you know what, AKES, you know what, you sound sick with bashment type of rhythms and all them things there. So it's just, you know, different strokes for different folks, as I say. But for me as a person, it was a very interesting time to just develop myself and, you know, get everything tight as it can be to hopefully now start putting out things into the universe and kicking back and seeing what the Most High above has in store for me, really. You get me?
Yeah, that's some dope insight there, man, because I'm always someone who firmly believes that as an artist, you create your own individual path. A lot of artists, they do grow, life around them changes, the music they make or how they deliver the music changes because they're different people to they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it might be. And I always believe, to me, it's a no-brainer. The artist, if I plug into the artist and like them, I want them to enjoy that journey. And as a fan of their music, I want to kind of like sharing that journey with them. Like, you can't be looking at people going, right, I want you to make exactly the same kind of tracks that you did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, because there's no growth there. And you've just said there, by absorbing other sounds, other tempos, it's given you the room to kind of give other messages as well. And if that's helping connect, you know, with existing fans, new fans, then that's super positive, man. And it sounds like you're in a really good place, which is so important when you're being creative, man.
No, definitely. And you can hear that, like, if you go back to, I think it was it 2016 or 2017? I can't remember. But I had a release when I released when I released Wagwan, because I've got a tune called Wagwan, a grime tune. Now, if you listen to, like, Sick With It EP, you know what, Wagwan, Sick With It, Chat Too Fast featuring Flirta D, big up Flirta D, you done know, love each and every time. And then you hear that sound now, and then you listen to like IParWithDaBest now. It's still grime, but like in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to ask you for your opinion in a minute. You know, it's a different sound of grime. Like the old stuff was like grime. It was still the, you know, nuts and bolts of grime and whatnot. But I feel like now I'm able to, you know, arrange things and put things together that sound more pleasing to the ear, for like radio. You know, there's a lot of things I've been learning, you know, tunes that are best for radio, this and that, tunes that are for the raves, tunes that are for this, tunes that are for that. And I feel like going back to what you said about not making tunes that like you was making 10 years ago, I feel like I've kept the grime energy, you know, and just changed slightly, like cleaned it up a bit kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's great you mentioned that, because I was flicking through Sick With It earlier, and I was listening to Rude Boy, and I looped it up a few times just to listen back to it, and I was like, this is still dope, this is still sick. But yeah, when you compare it to, say, your latest track, then it's grown, it's brighter. There's just a bit, mature is a funny word to perhaps use with grime, but it's progressed.
Yeah,
and the
definitely.
sound has progressed. And, you know, we all love listening to those classic records that maybe you've made, or classic records from way back when. And it's the nostalgia, it's the memories, it's the minimal energy. But as things move forward, we want more. Sorry, just saying, as things move forward, like, we want more. We want production to be bigger, better. We want to see maybe a slightly cleaner delivery because of maybe the studio someone used, like, has a better setup or whatever. And that's not a criticism of the past. That's just moving forward, you know?
Of course, you know what? The key thing about what you just said there, and it relates to what we just said earlier, is growth. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, growth. Like, this is one thing I said. Like, when I make my music, yeah, like, you can listen to IParWithDaBest, No War Gwan, Secret EP, the War EP. You can listen to it back to front or front to back. Each piece of music is a part of my journey. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's funny how you say, like, with music, or what I love about music, whether grime, this or that, yeah. Like, I can click on Secret EP, and I just, when I'm driving, and I just feel like it takes me back to those years when I was making that. I can flick on War EP, and it will take me back to 2014 when I was just getting back into music and doing my thing and whatnot. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of mad how music has that effect. You know what I'm trying to say? And like I said, man, we're only just starting. We've got bare things happening and bare music to come. So, you know what I'm saying? This is just the start. I know what's going to happen for you. Yo, this tune's sick. This is just the start. There's way more. There's way more to come from this. Like, I'm active right now. Deadly's active right now. Everyone's just active, and I feel like going back to the coronavirus and the whole COVID situation, I just thought, you know what? I'm making music, innit? This is what I love to do. I love to make music. Like, music is my therapy. You know what I'm trying to say? And the same way it is for a lot of people. So to deal with the whole, you know, the lockdown situations, I was like, you know, I'm getting ready to murk in it. Like, I'm doing music, slap music out. So hopefully by the time that the music industry is back to where it needs to be, you know, man's at the forefront.
Yeah, you're rolling. You've already put in the foundations, or newer foundations. You're moving. The momentum's there. The fan base. That's key, man. And I can hear it in your voice, man. Even though I can't see you because you're on the phone, I can hear you in the voice, like, in a good way, the hunger. The hunger is there to, like, bang out the tunes, get things moving, connect with everyone again, start doing the radio when we can, start doing the clubs when we can, and really kick on, man. And as a fan of music, that's what I love to hear from artists. I love people to be so energized. They can't wait to get the stuff out there, man. That's sick. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. You hit the nail on, well, I hit the nail on the head, you hit the nail on the head. That's what it's about. Like, anybody that knows me when it comes to music, yeah, anybody that knows me knows that if man phone me tomorrow and say, yo, radio show, or yo, Eskimo dance, or Grime originals, or wherever, man, no, I'm gonna jump in my car, drive to where I need to drive to, do what I need to do, turn my car around and drive back to my yard. They know this, and they're like, rah, we couldn't even do that. We have to book hotels. I said, yo, man's just always on the go, busy. So, but with music, you know, it's my first love, man. If there wasn't no music, there wouldn't be me. So, you know, it's one of those ones. So, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man, you don't know.
That's definitely something that resonates with me. Without music, who knows what I'd be doing or where I'd be at. But it's more than an interest. It's more than a job. It's like at the very core of who you are. Do you know what I mean? But I think we spoke a lot right there about the latest track. So I think it's only right that we play it right here at Pyro. If you could please introduce your brand new track as we play it right now.
Yeah, man, you don't know, bro. And love each and every time, Jay Fresh. You don't know, big up yourself, my dog, Jay Fresh. You don't know, IParWithDaBest. Love each and every time. Sick with it!